Coach, it is a building that has seen it all through the many years of its existence as EA Sports welcomes you to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Oakland Raiders. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady, and he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now Brady. They don't have his man. That's Edelman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 40 now on second down. Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 45-yard line.
Here we go, set. Check it, ready.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, Zoo. Let's go. 552. I don't even know why.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Check. First down.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
These two teams all tied after 1.
Wait, 20.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
29. Alpha.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And all the way down to the 26. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Brady gives to Michelle. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded at the 2.
That's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
We go, son. Ready? 6 man.
On 1st, here's Washington. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
At the Patriots 5-yard line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a carry for Jacobs. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Flushed out right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Carlson is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Brady. Got his man, that's Harry. 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. N'Keal Harry, 76 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want me.
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Lamb. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now it's Darnold. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Jones has it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Darnold now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, you were backed up into a second and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15.
I'm coming.
2nd and 5 now. Brady. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one and a New England first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Brady now to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
53.
Following the penalty, Michel. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 50-yard line.
Brady gives this to White. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Brady to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 32-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Wait, 20. 25 to Mike. I'm trying to collect.
Brady now on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right.
To throw is Darnold. He completes it to Jones. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And now they'll elect to go for 2 and try to cut into this lead a little further before they head to the locker room.
54. Mike 54.
A final shot before the break, Darnold. And this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They try again with Cohen. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
This stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Deron Harmon makes the tackle.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Yeah, you don't want nothing.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Well, that'll get them to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On first down, Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
7-yard line.
Go, son. 57 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold going for the deep ball. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Does that happen? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. Big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
On 3rd down, a run from White. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jamie Collins gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Brady. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
And the Patriots 1st down.
Hey, 53! 25 to Mike. Watch the run, watch the run. Check safety, check safety. 53, Linda!
And he'll give it here to his running back. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brady, he's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Bucky Hodges with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Darnold. It's Williams on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. First down, a run with Cohen. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tariq Cohen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 yards on the pickup.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Opting to run again here with White. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
High 7. Shadow.
To throw, it's Brady. Got a man open, it's Ross. There he goes, right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Gostkowski the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. From the 35 on 2nd down, Darnold will find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and cause a nice play for lost yardage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Darnold to throw again. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 35-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understanding where they are on the field?
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, here's White. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
At the 15-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Wait, that's wide, 20.
58, come on. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Running out of the gun with White, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, wahoo!
Darnold. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game.
Hey, Delta.
Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Well, both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Motion. Pop, pop, pop. Hit it.
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I'll tell you what, it has not been with a whole lot of frequency over the last couple of decades or so that teams have come into New England and escaped with a victory, but that's what happened here.
It almost doesn't feel real, does it?
We've seen it so few times.
That actually happened, right? We saw it. They came out of there with a win. And on the other side, in that locker room, you know what they're saying? We didn't really lose. Time just ran out on us. That's the attitude they have because they don't see it happen very often, not even sure how to handle it.
And you see some stunned faces heading for the exits here in New England. So for the Patriots, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.